No, I totally thought the rabbit was next.
I think they fucked with the order because Spooky Pumpkin was really early on in this. I think he was after Clawed Lobster.
I don't think so.
I think he was after Splork Splorkin in the normal one.
No. Tula Sunflower, World Traveller. My favourite thing in the whole wide world is travelling. That is, it would be if I could move more than, well, if I could move at all.
Jesus Christ.
She's not a banana tree, clearly. That's okay though. I read on a chakra blog about this groovy thing called astral projection. All I have to do is fall asleep and let my mind wander. I can do that.
No, it's chakras. They're the points in the body where various energies hold. Don't you remember that really weird episode of Avatar with that offensive Indian stereotype man? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was all about unblocking his chakras. There was supposed to be some ancient difficult procedure which Aang did in like 10 minutes.
Hmm.
Oh, is this supposed to be Mount Rushmore? Except it's got Spooky Pumpkin, Splork Splorkin, Master Who, and apparently Rayman. Oh, is that Bjorn? Oh.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be Bjorn.
It looks like Rayman.
Sure?
The way the nose is and the hair.
I never played Rayman. I've
Really?
Not. You know this.
Do I? You had a fucking PlayStation, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't mean I played Rayman.
Raymond.
A bit like Raymond.
Oh.
You've gotten a lot better at things like that.
I've got a lot better at this game generally. Like before I was lucky with this game, now I think I am actually genuinely good at this game. Like, I've been doing so much cool shit on camera, but like while you've been talking, like, not saying that like you've been talking shit while I've been doing it, like the game is, at this point in the series, probably never going to be the primary focus, but I am genuinely very good. Okay, maybe not very, but I'm genuinely quite good at this game now. That wasn't great though. It didn't actually help me either. What the? What was I thinking? Fuck's sake. You laugh like a fucked up chipmunk.
Sometimes.
Damn, I really hope that was going to work.
If that was going to hit one of the
That was the plan.
It
was to do that, then that. I was planning on it, but I didn't think it was a great likelihood of it working. Didn't think that was going to work though either.
Oh no, I thought from that angle you would.
I thought it could, but I didn't think it was going to, because you know,
yeah, fair.
It was the plan, but the plan and the execution aren't always in tight alignment.
Mm.
The henge. Right, is there such thing as a henge? I know it's called Stonehenge, but is a henge a thing, or is that just part of the name of Stonehenge? You know what I mean?
I believe it is the type of the stone sculpture.
It's called a henge.
Stone structure. Yes, but I'm not 100% sure, and I can't remember doing an archaeology, so I'm not sure.
Oh, it's a warpy magic.
Vortex. Portal.
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 Alright, let's get this fucking next.
Right, you've been mocking the way I talk a lot today.
I wouldn't say it's specific to today.
Specifically today, you've been mocking me.
Yeah, easy target. What can I say? Sometimes you just need a win. You gotta go for some of the easy characteristics because the hard ones aren't their effort. Whereas, you know, if you
I'm not sure if that's mean or not.
I mean, this is to everyone, not just you.
Fair. Total score.
Fuck. 9.5 million. Not bad.
If you had 9.5 million in the bank, what would you buy?
Probably not that much. Like, it's the thing I'm always talking about, like the kind of the whole $1 million butt thing. But £1 million isn't a great deal nowadays. Genuinely.
I could buy a lot of good things with $1 million. Like, nothing
wouldn't last you long, though. That's
no,
the thing.
It's not about, like, I would buy myself a couple of flats in various nice places. Probably have someone to live in them to keep them taking over because I wouldn't be there all the time.
Would you pay the person to live in them?
No, I'd probably, you know, like, live here rent-free but look after the bills and I'll have a key.
Okay.
So I could have, like, a home...
Shit, this is gonna be hard.
Near Alton Towers.
Fuck! That is bollocks!
That is awesome! Nope. No.
Now I'm gonna catch it in the bucket, aren't I?
Why?
So I can have another fucking shot, because I needed to clear it from that side. It says, no, I'm getting it from the fucking black hole side.
You could have thinged off that. It's happy to see you.
Great, we'll open with that one.
His pint.
Yeah, we went to the toilet. I know it sounds. I mean, we had a break to go to the toilet, but that makes it sound like we peed on each other.
No, the doctor definitely peed on himself while I went to the kitchen to get drinks.
Then we went for a golden shower together, and it was
no. Don't include me in your weird perverted things.
I don't get peeing on people. I don't get why it's a thing.
Everything's a thing to someone.
I mean, fair, but
dude, I'm sure they don't get things you like. It's just
what, like normal sex?
Some people think missionary is like absolutely horrendous.
Is normal sex missionary like?
Yeah.
Or is missionary specifically bloke on top?
Well, yeah, missionary specifically bloke on top, you lying there, but like, you know, a dead sponge.
Is there a name for woman on top? Jesus Christ. Is there a name for
cowgirl and reverse cowgirl?
What's reverse cowgirl?
Facing your feet. So you'd be as you would expect to be, and then the girl would
expect to be on top because I'm a man. It's not okay, is it?
No.
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 Sorry.
Just no.
Yep.
Apologies to all viewers for that horrendousness.
That was bad. Hey, at least I realised, kind of. That's kind of an excuse, right? Oh, fuck.
I'm sure that works, yeah. Oh, sorry, Gov, I realised I shouldn't have done it, but she was already dead. Oh well, at least you realised.
Hey, it's like it's self-censorship, but after the fact.
After the fact. After the fact, I don't think counts.
Fair.
But yeah, no. So, if it was you and I, you'd be looking at my back and my butt, and I'd be looking at your feet.
That seems odd, but
apparently it's good.
I mean, there's different angles and such, I guess.
Yeah.
God, this is a grim discussion. I mean, it beats talking about fucking true pedos or whatever that podcast is, but
it's not about pedos. It just happens to have I'd say there's been about 4, but you just happened to ask me about it.
4 out of.
I'm currently on case 50 something.
Of linearly numbered.
Yeah.
You've listened to 50 of them in the last week.
Yeah.
Good God.
They're really interesting.
We're not getting back into this.
You brought it up again.
Yeah, but I didn't think. Fuck. Oh, stop. It ate me. It grabbed me. Did you see that? No, watch. It should have gone in the bucket, but it held onto it for a second there.
Yeah, you know, slowed down at the
Minged
neck.
up at the neck. More like, what the? Oh, we're over there. Okay, should have this.
Sure.
I have. I've got 4 shots to do this. I should get at least one of them. Maybe more. Oh,
I was so couldn't get them.
Right, that was so unlikely, I will admit. That was lucky bastardry on my part. I'm going to land it straight in the 10k.
That's all you deserve.
Hey!
It is.
You've dialed up the minge factor. Did you pour yourself a pint of fucking sass while you were downstairs?
Would you like to try my cocktail?
What was it, sass? Right, is it supposed to be layered?
Yes.
So it is darker at the bottom, I'm not just...
Because fruit juice is thicker.
Ugh! Oh, it tastes like an ashtray.
No, it does not.
Like a...
That's offensive in 6 different ways,
Yeah,
and it doesn't taste of ash.
What do you think it tastes
tastes of tropical death.
That's much better.
It's more accurate. Tropical fruit and a mild case of, I think I just went blind.
Yeah, it does taste distinctly of methanol.
I like my cocktail strong.
That's, one way of putting it, certainly. You could describe that as strong. You could also describe the Great Wall of China as quite large.
Exactly.
And the Kremlin as a bit gaudy. This is the Kremlin in the background, that's why I mentioned it.
Oh, right, I was going to say, it's not what I would have picked for gaudiness.
That's fairly gaudy, look at this bullshit.
I mean, this little
They look like those weird sweets you can get, you know, the ones that are like caramel, like vanilla and strawberries and cream swirly things.
Like rock.
Yeah, but they come in a wee circular thing with it swirled
That was a good rebound that went nowhere.
Literally, it looks like that, except the light bits are white and the dark green bits are red.
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly what you mean, candy cane.
No, but in just a circular pastel
thing,
shape, yeah. So not a candy cane. Candy canes are defined by being a fucking cane. That's their thing.
Yeah, but it's just boiled
Citizen
sugar,
Kane.
basically.
Yeah.
I still need to find out if Citizen Kane is about...
A cane. It's not.
Kane. No, Kane from...
Wrestling. No.
No! What was his name? Husband of Margaret Kane.
I have no idea. I don't know what Citizen Kane's about either.
I'll figure it
All
out.
I know is I only know it from a Simpsons scene where they're like, "Oh, look, it's props from various movies. It's the Kane from Citizen Kane." Wait a minute. That's all I know Citizen Kane from. That and the end of the actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf parody where he like stands up and starts clapping. I know that scene is from Citizen Kane.
Oh.
Like he starts kind of clapping and then like stands up and kind of like does it. Like one person doing it in a theatre is apparently a reference to that, but I've never seen it.
I would say it's not, but he called his book Citizen Kane, which is probably...
Who did? Shia LaBeouf.
Husband of Margaret Kane.
Who's Margaret Kane?
So she's the artist that The Big Eyes is based off.
Oh. Bob Kane? I'm pretty sure you're talking about Kane from wrestling, and I'm going to stick with that until...
Okay, I'm really not.
Is he still going?
He's the Undertaker now, right?
I thought they were different people.
I think they might be the same because he was the Undertaker
What?
after he died.
Can you look that up, genuinely? Right, so, backstory. I am not big into wrestling at all.
Neither am I.
But, I mean, yeah, but you know about wrestling stuff.
I know a little
You
bit.
dated wrestling people.
Okay, a fan.
Fan, not an actual wrestler. That'd be way cooler.
Although I did meet a wrestler at my work.
Fair.
He was vegetarian.
Yeah. But, yeah, so when I was a kid, we always used to essentially fight and pass it off as playing wrestling. Therefore, to do that, one needs to have a minimum understanding of wrestling so that you can realistically say it. And I'm pretty sure we always used to play Kane versus Undertaker, which would make no sense if they were the same person. Because this was obviously the mid-90s when they were both at peak activities, I suspect. Fucking, I should have had that. There we go. Oh, that was good. Surprised he's on googly mode while I'm sorting out the Kremlin. No, there's actually a little Tula Sunflower down there. Right.
I used to play wrestling with the lads, but I used to win, so I stopped being invited to play.
Jesus.
We used to actually wrestle, though.
It depends what you mean by actually wrestle.
The point was to pin one another.
Yeah, we did that roughly.
Yeah, but we didn't, like, beat each other up. You weren't actually allowed to harm your partner.
Oh, that's no fun.
Oh, no, I mean, it was all about...
Wrestling is just an excuse to kick the shit out of people.
It's really not. It's all about...
Yeah, I know actual wrestling is, but this wasn't actual wrestling. This was school children in Yorkshire wanting to fight.
See, in Ireland, we just fought.
Yeah. This how you know we were a posh school. We still fought, but we had to try and cover it up.
Jesus, at least you could have done boxing. No, nope. Yeah.
Next, it wasn't boxing, because it was fucking throwing each other to the ground. Any news on Kane and the Undertaker?
Well, in his names, it's not showing as Undertaker.
We'll look up Undertaker now, because he's still going, because I remember reading something about him recently. So, probably him retiring, because he must be, like, 60 now. But...
So... Apparently, yeah, they fought one another, so they can't be the same person.
I mean, they could. It's fucking wrestling.
I mean...
You just have a stunt person. Oh, no, I'm like, no, this is breaking the willing suspension of disbelief that I need for wrestling. Wrestling's all about knowing it's not real, but just not giving a shit either way.
Oh, so Kane did end up with a mask after he was dead, but that's not the same as The Undertaker.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But The Undertaker was also someone else before he, in inverted commas, died.
Probably, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. We've both been educated a bit about wrestling. Lucky us.
I love charting the direction of our conversation, especially when we're playing Peggle, because it goes fucking all over the gaff.
That's because there's a lot of scope for chat. Oh, it's a dry heat.
Ugh, why did you make that sound so grim?
I don't know. I was thinking it was great.
Oh god, this one came up at work the other day, so... Right, where do you stand on the word moist?
It doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Doesn't bother you at all, okay, yeah. So basically...
Neither does damp.
See, it's right, this is the thing. So, one of the girls I work with, she was like, oh, I would just... Right, so we were having cake, and it was like coffee and walnut cake, and it was genuinely really moist. And I was like, I wanted to describe that, and she was like, no, you can't fucking say moist. Not about something I'm about to eat, that's not okay. And I was like, right, okay, it's damp cake then. And she was like, oh, that's even worse. And then this whole thing raged on. Eventually we settled on succulent as an acceptable thing, but...
Well, you can call cake succulent, and it
you can.
does kind of suggest it's a moist cake, because it
Now
would
we
be
take
succulent if it wasn't.
Now we take the piss out of her, because like I said the other day, on like the group WhatsApp was like someone posted a photo of it raining outside saying, oh, it's a really succulent day today. So
Mocking the poor person who doesn't like the word moist.
Oh, she gets the full on jitters from it.
I say, I'm...
Right, let's see how you perform it. So here's the test of 4 that I developed from speaking to various people. These are the 4 disturbing words. Moist. Crusty. Nothing?
Mm-mm.
Globule.
Mm-mm.
Secretion.
No.
Well, those are the 4 big ones.
Secretor, maybe, because it's a crime thing.
Oh, like secreting yourself. Which doesn't mean like pissing yourself on. This is going to be really cool. Watch.
Yes. I always thought that...
That's why I said it's really cool, because it's like the distance finish. Anyway, continue.
I always thought secreting was to do with whether or not you secrete DNA when you precum. And I always thought it was to do with that, because it's always been used in discussing DNA.
It can also mean just to hide something, as in secret. So to hide yourself is absolutely a valid phrase. Is to secrete yourself. It just doesn't sound right, does it?
Well,
that I first learned. That was a story my dad always tells of when he was at school, and him and a friend were like messing around like at the back of the class, and the teacher, like an old burst, was like, "What are you doing back there? For all we know, you could be secreting yourselves." Don't say that in front of a class of school children if you actually ever want their respect. And to this day, yeah, that's one of his favourite school stories. But yeah, then the other one was in my dad's first exposure to deadpan humour of, "You boy, what are you chewing?" "Cyanide pill, sir." "Well, come up here and spit it out this instant." Just like, apparently it was like the quiet kid of the class who just immediately just came out with, "Cyanide pill, sir." Like,
he'd been reading his Bond.
Yeah, or just watching it. It was, again, the 70s. Or just Cold War era stuff generally.
I suppose.
Of which there was a lot of that in the 70s.
Yeah. Fair, yeah. But no, I recently discovered that secretor is a type of description for blood type.
Really?
I'm not quite sure if secretor is blood type thing. So it was to do with...
not right, if you say the words true or crime.
It was to do with a particular case, and they were discovering that this suspect was a secretor B positive. And it came from spit.
Well, his blood type from his gob?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because DNA was starting to come out, but it wasn't quite a thing. I'm not quite sure.
You don't get DNA from your blood type. You get
do
DNA in the
saliva, though.
What? You do get DNA in your saliva. You don't get blood in your saliva, though, unless something's gone badly wrong.
No, but I think they knew something about it. Maybe, bleeding gums.
Okay, if they had his... I guess if you had someone's DNA, you could work out from that what their blood type is. But like, I think
they didn't have DNA at the time, but all they had was blood type. So they were excluding people because they weren't B positive, and they had these 2 different options. One was B positive secretor, one was B positive not secretor.
Who do you think next? Rabbit?
Rabbit.